Hi guys, thanks for joining Naija Watch on this wonderful and educative video. We Naija Watch are here to entertain you with varieties of amazing and top-notch videos. We live stream daily just to make sure your screen is being entertained with amazing videos. So please do endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also click to the notification button so you will always be notified whenever we are going live. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Humanist Stephen on the show right here in Benin City, Nigeria. Today is going to be a very interesting day. As you see, I'm here today to talk to some of the people who actually gave birth to this movement that is actually sweeping around Edo State and other part of Nigeria today. This person I'm going to talk to now to interview. She's a lady, but we'll call her the boss lady because she actually behaves like a man among all the men in that group. It's going to be a very interesting time. Please keep glued to your set as we go into this interview. And this is from Naija Watch YouTube channels and every other social medias that will be taking this very particular video in the next few minutes. Good morning, madam.
Official, good morning, sir.
So please, can you kindly introduce yourself to us officially?
Okay, my name is Abu Blessing. I'm from Benin, Edo State, Nigeria, and I'm an entrepreneur.
She is an entrepreneur. That's nice. But apart from entrepreneurship, you are also an activist.
Okay, I will just have to agree, considering what I'm fighting for. So yes, I'm an activist. But please, I don't think I'm really comfortable with that word activist. In as much as we are currently agitating for what we think should end, what we think it has been happening for too long and it should end. But I think it's the responsibility of everyone. So I wouldn't want to be called that word.
Okay. Let me not stress you on that so much because this is an interview session. So let not look as if I'm trying to get you into a very tight corner.
Yes.
Because if I have to go that way, I know what activism is all about. And I've known you for some time. This is not the first time you've been on the forefront for a better Edo State. So that is activism. It is not about trying to create noise. No, everyone that has a very good and a very wonderful heart for the betterment of a place, and you are agitating for it, you become an activist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, apart from your activism, what do you actually do? What other things do you do? Can you just give us a little bit of what you do aside this whole, activism?
Okay, I'm an estate developer. I'm an agronomist. In fact, I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I also heard I'm a politician. I'm not a politician.
Let me not go there because if I don't go into politics now, maybe I will not be able to finish, what actually brought me to this place. Being into politics, what can you say about the present government of Edo State?
That's a tight one, but I'll rather say that the governor is doing well. I think we the Edos, we need to be patient with him. He's doing well administratively, and even infrastructural wise, he's also doing well. At least we've seen a lot of roads being done by him, some projects he's been doing and he's still doing. So to me, I think that the governor is establishing human resources, establishing things that will sustain this state in another 30 years. I will compare him with the era of Obendia, even if I was probably a child about that time. Because most of the things this administration, the governor is working on, we are not really seeing them that much. We are not really feeling the effect that much. But he is establishing institutions that our kids will grow up to benefit from. I don't know if I was able to, because I know what you want me to say.
Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. On the 9th of August, we were stormed in the city by a wide protest over, a very trendy menace in the city of Benin, particularly the southern Edo metropolis. And on that day, the entire city was shut down by this wide protest, which gave birth to what we now call the CCE. Please, can you give us a little bit about the background of the CCE? What brought them into existence? What are their aims and what are their objectives?
Okay, thank you. The CCE simply means Concerned Citizens of Edo State. And what bettered the idea was as a result of the viral video of the lady who cried out that her structure was being tampered upon in the Oromi community, and I think the aha moment in that video was the point where she said she has been teaching for 18 years. So that actually arose some kind of anger in me and in others. But I was the first who said, let's eat the streets. I got so pissed off. I was like, this occurrence is becoming too much in this state. Nobody is talking about it. Everybody is acting as if it's more or less like a normal thing. And this is not normal. You don't work out your ass off to earn money and get yourself a property, and overnight some stark illiterates, some dudes who didn't even attend primary school probably will just rise up in the name of community development to acquire that property from you forcefully. So I just felt the time was just now. The time was now for us to hit the street, not just hit the street, create reforms on how this can stop. So and the moment I called out for the protest, I was amazed and overwhelmed with the support I got from people, and everybody was like, yes, this is too much, because almost every family in Edo have been affected in one way or the other. Just to be straight to your question, I will also talk about the economic disaster their acts has been causing to this state. So after the protest, we came out on the 9th of August. It was successful. In fact, the speaker came out to march with us. Unfortunately, the commissioner of police locked us up inside the museum. So after enough agitation by us, like we were not really having it with them, they ended up opening up the gate for us, and then we came out, we went to the palace, we went to government house, and then back to the press center, which is the NUJ. And we were received by the deputy governor in the government house, who told us that, as we already know, that the governor is working on dealing with these perpetrators. Unfortunately, while at the palace, nobody received us at the palace, and we left. And we felt as a people that we shouldn't just end the agitation on the street alone. We should not end it with the protest alone. We must ensure that those who are found guilty will be prosecuted. So we came together and we decided to form the body Concerned Citizens of Edo. We use the word concerned because it's not just going to end with land grabbing alone, sir. And then when we are done with this, I think there are other areas we also need to look into, like the courtesan, for instance, because people are not really talking about it, So we're also going to look into this area, but for the now, we are focusing on the land grabbing. And then we came together, we created a group out of our numbers, and we started working. So far, so good. We've done a press conference. We've had tens of victims we've interviewed on our platform, some of which we've been able to retrieve their properties for them. About 43 properties so far that we've been able to retrieve. Like, we just call these persons and tell them, oh, your case is with us, someone reported it to us. Do you want to trend? If you know you don't want to trend, return this property, and immediately they are like, okay, I'm going to return the property. You know, so if that is what we've achieved so far, to me, I think it's a win-win. So that is where we are for now. Though we're also planning to organize a symposium. Can I go ahead with that, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we are planning to have a symposium. In that symposium, we're inviting ministries, all the stakeholders that are involved with land administrations. We have the Edo GIS, and we have the land and survey. We have the urban and regional planning. We have the forestry. We have the Ministry of Agriculture. We have the Ministry of Environment. We are inviting every one of them for our symposium, and we're also inviting civil society organizations. We are inviting religious bodies, and we're even inviting the Benin Traditional Council. And most of these chiefs, Enoges, and the Okaigeles, even if we don't have Okaigeles anymore. So we're going to be inviting all these bodies put together. Let's have a round table talk. Let's talk about this land grab issue, because it has been existing for quite a long time. Though in recent times it has increased drastically. So let's talk about the reasons this land grabbing issue has been on the rise and nobody has been able to do anything about it. What can be done to curb these activities? So and then when we talk about these issues, we'll be able to come up with recommendations and resolutions which we intend to submit to the governor. If the PPP committee is being set up before this symposium, we'll submit our recommendations and our resolutions to the PPP committee and the governor. So they can also have a working, they can use it too as part of their working tool to curb this menace. But we are not going to stop, because any moment from now we are going to hit the streets again. We will hit the street again, because till this very moment we already have somebody we intend to use as a scapegoat, because his petitions with us are too many. We have over 100 petitions from just one man. The House of Assembly, they are currently investigating the issue between Oromi and the psychiatric hospital. What about the others? We submitted to them and we are willing to submit more to them. So it is not about the psychiatric hospital cooperative alone, neither is it about the school teacher alone. Please, I want this to be clear. We have what happens to the other people that he grabs their properties from? So the OA should be willing and ready to return all that involves him, or be ready to face the music. Because somebody needs to be prosecuted for others to learn, and in as much as the law has been enacted, sir, the enforcement of the law is very paramount. You don't just enact a law and don't enforce it. So we need the government to act. So that is our stand.
Yeah, we need the government to act. That is our stand. You've actually spoken a lot about what is happening, what the CCE are done, what are their aims, what are their objectives, and you talked about the upcoming symposium which is coming on the 3rd.
Yeah, we were thinking of changing the date.
Yes. Okay, so they're going to have a meeting today to give us that.
Yes,
okay,
we will announce that later today.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So, but there's a symposium coming on very soon to also address these same issues, and you also talked about inviting the stakeholders in the land administration, both traditionally and politically, to come and also brainstorm on the way forward, right? And I want to tell my esteemed viewers, particularly those of us who are in the diaspora, that there is hope. Okay, the reason why I said there is hope is this: if we can be able to scale this through, then there is a possibility that we can have a better Edo where we can come back to and have a proper relaxation. Okay, guys. Now, on the issue of this CCE that was vetted out of the protest, how does it actually fund itself?
God bless you for that question. It has not been easy.
Because some people actually said that you guys are picking millions and millions of naira from the diasporas. Because I'm very sure that the diasporas are watching me here right now. And if you know you'll be sending money to any of these guys without our knowledge, please let us know.
Thank you.
Because to the best of our knowledge as of today, we've not actually gotten any money from the diasporas, except few that we have gotten that have also been mentioned or listed on the group so that people will acknowledge and appreciate them. But if you know you are in the diaspora and you've done any form of support for this movement, please kindly let us know. Because one of the reasons why I'm doing this is for transparency, accountability, and that is the only way you can fight against injustice. Because corruption can never fight corruption.
That's it.
Okay, so if there is anything at all like that, you let us know so we can be able to address it and put everything on track. So people will not just wake up from somewhere and begin to lay, vicious and very dubious accusations on the credibility of the concerned citizens of Edo. So that is going to be my contribution to that. Please, can you tell us, how do you fund yourself?
Okay, thank you. Before I talk about how we fund ourselves, Naija Watch viewers, I want to first of all thank you for your support. I want to thank Naija Watch in particular because I watched him about last week and I saw the passion in him, like the way he was talking. I think I even told you, I said, I've never seen Mr. Elvis talk this way. I was so happy, like, okay, we have a voice in the diaspora that is also crying in the wilderness for us, adding his own voice to what we are doing here in Benin. So now back to the allegations that have been flying around all social media platforms. By the grace of God, like I earlier introduced myself, I'm an entrepreneur, and I have been working in the bush for more than a decade. So if I was the lazy type or the type that I want to sit back and depend on people, I don't think I will go to the bush to hustle. So when they tried to defame our personalities, like we were trying to scam those in the diaspora, I just laughed and I was like, if they are hungry, I'm not hungry. Come on. A normal or sane person should not be against this agitation because everyone have been affected in one way or the other. So back to how we fund ourselves. Right here in this office, if we want to carry out a project like the press conference we did last week, we tasked ourselves, we donated the money among ourselves, and that's how running into hundreds of thousands. You know how expensive getting media houses are, so we had about 5 media houses, and again, thank you Naija Watch, because everything you've ever done for us, you've never collected a dime from us, and I think you are the only media that have never collected a dime from us. So if there's any other media that has done anything for us for free, they can as well come out to say, we did this for you for free. So Naija Watch, thank you very much. Keep it up. May God bless you. Naija Watch will live forever to test it, or to pass through all the test of time and come out stronger. In fact, the #1 channel in Edo. So we donate money among ourselves to fund our project. And like the symposium we're currently planning on, we couldn't really come out openly to tell people we need your support, because if we do that, we don't want people to start saying, they are looking for monies and all that. For credibility's sake, what we did, we had to register the Concerned Citizens of Edo State. We registered this as a body and we created an account for it. Now, this account have 4 signatories: the coordinator, the secretary, the financial secretary, and the treasurer. Then outside these 4 signatories to that account, we have someone who is one of our greatest supporters in the diaspora far away in US. Every alert notification goes to his email, and every alert notification via SMS goes to another number here in Nigeria. So that's how far we went, trying to be very transparent with what we are doing. So if you want to support us, please contact us. We have our Concerned Citizens account where you can send in your support to. Like Mr. Stephen Iramato said, that if you send money to any individual, kindly let us know, because it's not allowed to send monies to individuals in this particular project or agitation. We have our candidates, and the way monies are being spent, we actually spell them out. The way they even come in, the way they are donated, we have a list of all the monies that are coming. But so far, funny enough, we just have 3 persons from the diaspora who has actually supported us. If you don't mind. You know, just 3 so far from the diaspora. So come on, so which monies are they talking about that people are giving to us? So
okay. Now, before I continue my line of question, you said the CCE is a registered association.
yes, it is.
In Edo State.
Yes, it is.
Also has an account right now
Yes,
attached to its name
yes,
with 4 signatories.
yes.
1 alert, email alert, and 1 SMS alert right here in Benin and in the United States of America. That is fantastic.
Yes.
That is one thing I always want to fear for. So I want to use this medium to call on my esteemed diasporans. This is a fight for all of us. Okay, I'm here to represent you guys, and you all know me. I'm a man of my word. I don't jump into what I know will tarnish my ad-end image and reputation. Before I have to stick my neck out to be part, of this struggle, it's just because of what I feel we need to do. Like I said in the video I did this morning, we are living in another man's world. No matter how comfortable we think we are, it is not our home. It can never be our home. If you think I'm lying, ask the Afro-Americans. They will explain to you what they are passing through after over 300 years of living in the United States of America.
Wow.
It can be. There is no place like home. We have a home, at least we have our identity still intact. Many Afro today do not have their identity intact. So that is why people like me is fighting vigorously for us to have a better Edo, which we all can come back to and develop together. So please, if you have any support for this association, please kindly send it to the association account, because no movement works without finance. Don't listen to what people say, oh, they are there for money. Guy, I am here to tell you guys, every kobo spent, I ask questions on it. I am on the WhatsApp group. I ask questions. I'm not a poor guy. I'm not here in Benin to make money from people. Okay, I am here to actually support what is already existing in our state to make it a better one. So we then need your support. We need your support to help you fight for your land. Many of you call us on Naija Watch channels that your lands have been taken away from you. We fight vigorously for you, but this fight is not easy. There are powers that be that are stronger than you and I, who are making sure that we don't get the required result. And you know what that means? These are guys that has all the millions and the billions in the world. But your window mind can change the narratives of things. in Edo State. Like I said during the election, guys, you can go back to the video. When our father, the late Captain Wells Okumba Osa, said that he's going to spend his last kobo to make sure Obaseki did not win. And I remember I said, yes, Papa's money put together is not equal to the money of all the Edos in the diasporas. Yes. I said that. Mm-hmm. Said no matter how much you have, if your money put together is not equal to the money of all the Edos in the diaspora. Edo in diaspora sending 10,000 naira. We run into hundreds of billions of naira. That's it. So which no rich man, not even Dangote, can dare want to spend 100 billion on a fight. Yes. But I can give a 10,000 naira, it means nothing to me. But no one single man can give you 100 billion. If we put the same energy we put during the September 19, 2020 election into play in this, I promise you guys, by the end of December 2021, many of you will relocate back home here because you're going to have a home that's as beautiful as Paris, that's as wonderful as New York, and that's as monarchical as United Kingdom. We need you to support this fight. It's not going to be a fight for these people alone. It's a fight for all of us. If my land is taken from me today, they are not going to be the one that are going to be the loser. Let me shock you guys quickly before I ask that question. Do you know they cannot take Blessing Ago's land? No. Do you know they cannot take Osakonokodi's land?
No, never.
Do you know they cannot take Apostle Alfred Unison's land?
Never.
Then they cannot take, what is his name? Kola Adokpayi's land.
Never.
But they can take my own. They can take your own. Because they don't know us. So the fight of these people is the fight for you and I. So let's join them. Support them with the little you can. And let's make this war a remarkable one. And our children will remember the battle that we put up. Because this is one of the greatest fights. Yeah. A politician told me a few days ago. He said, Steve, I told you something that I was going to do. So I spoke to him. He said, this war you people started now. He said, nobody dare this war. He said, even every politician sitting there will say, which kind of children in this war? What nobody dare to even go into, yes. You guys decided to embark on it. Mm-hmm. And today, everybody is running. I'm telling you, etasketa. There are strong political figures in Edo that are running etasketa. From pillar to post, trying to make sure this doesn't see the light of day. He said if even we did not win, he said we are already steady net. That if we don't succeed now, another group will come outside that will not tougher than us. So he said right now, everybody now knows that with unity, you can break every kind, everybody out. So I want you guys to remember this. Let your support not end. Do not listen. I repeat, do not listen to backtalkers. Do not listen to gossipers. Let's have one thing at the back of our minds. The success of this fight is our aim and objective. Somebody said yesterday, he said one person is not qualified to be among us. And I just told him, since you are the clean guy, I can promise you, if you join us today, I will tell our coordinator to step down. You will become the next coordinator. Simple. Since you are clean. We need clean people to come and join us. Since there is no clean people, just like that are clean decided to carry the matter on themselves, I think we need to give them some little kudos. Many of them today, their political career is at stake. With this, what you are doing.
Of course, yeah.
Because there are power that be within the political circle.
We are aware.
That will say these ones, they just kill their career.
Even between the Benin traditional councils.
Yes. Okay, guys. Yeah. So we must take note of that. Now let's go over again. I just have to put that in. Now the next thing I want to ask is this.
Yeah.
Have you guys received any form of threat? verbally, on your emails, or even phone calls?
I did. I did. They called me with unknown numbers severally. That was before the protest. I received about 3 calls from unknown number, and I thought it was actually a call from outside the country, and they were like, "You know, go hide your." One of them said, "You know, go hide yourself now. You they show yourself all the time. You know, go hide yourself." And I said, "Hello, who is this? Who is this?" And then they call. Same day, the call came in again, so I was prepared this time, and the person was like, "Madam, what it concern protest? What it concern you? If you see something where is strong past you," and I immediately said, "Hey, I'm over 35 years. I'm 35 years old now. I've eaten chicken. I've eaten fried rice. If I die at this age, did I not die well? I've enjoyed my life since I've eaten fried rice and chicken. So why should I be scared?" And the moment I did that, the person hung up, and in the night, the person said, "You are a woman and you feel you can be this stubborn. You people should not go ahead with that protest. Remove your hand from that." I said, "Are you threatening me? Tell me exactly what you will do." He ended the call, and that was all. So, but outside that one, that direct kind of threat, I have received several indirect threats. Like, there is one chairman of one community, one of these communities down Saple Road, I don't want to mention the name, who has been a friend to my family from time immemorial, wrote me and said, "Madam, I don't like the dream I dream about you. Rest for land matter, land." And I said, "Hey, because you too, you are a former land grabber." Because he was a former youth chairman. I said, "You are a former land grabber. Are you scared?" I said, "And if your petition gets to me, I will blow it up to except you return the land." What kind of dream did you dream? Why did you dream of me since that I'm counting dollars, that I'm in US working with Joe Biden? Why are you not dreaming Robbie's dream now? So that one said the message is in my phone. Then we've had others, sir, permit me. Others that they have been trying, you know who is asking them to call you. We know who told them to call. You just see some of our political leaders. Like, I tell people, my kind of politics is different. I'm sorry though, because I actually just got fully into politics last year. So I'm not among those errant guys in politics that you ask to do nonsense or that can be controlled, because I'm not feeding with politics. So some kind of leaders will just call to say, "Stop what you are doing, just stop it, it's not good, just stop it." And I'm like, "Excuse me, are you aware that I'm a realtor? Are you aware that I buy properties? Are you aware that I have estates in this town? And you think that the right person not to fight is me? What if my properties have been encroached on? What do I do? So don't tell me not to fight." So to me, those are also indirect threats. Telling you to step down, telling you to stop their agitation is an indirect threat. Then away from me too, Esosa Ewere is another person who, in fact, sometimes when I look at Esosa, I just have the grace to continue, because the kind of threat he has received from his leaders, some people, you know, and he's still carrying on. And when I look at him, and I'm like, if this guy is still carrying on, why should I quit? So we have received threats, direct and indirect, especially that time we're trying to do the protest. But since after that protest, I've not received any of such phone calls anymore. Okay.
Now, let me ask you just 1 or 2 questions, then I will allow you to go right now. You know, there's an ongoing panel of inquiry, yes, at the State House of Assembly. And I've been following the proceedings. It has been a little bit more in secrecy. And I remember I wrote something yesterday on my wall that this is not right. Okay, apart from the fact that it's only just one petition between the Horomi community and the psychiatric cooperative, you know. But apart from that, we wanted it, since it has become a public, you know, affair, that everything that needed to be done would have actually called in a media house to cover, so we can get the first-hand details of what is happening there. Can you actually tell us more about this panel of inquiry on this land grabbing? What do you know? What do you know?
Prior to the protest, the psychiatric cooperative had already taken their petition to the House of Assembly, which nothing was done. So it was when we did that protest and started making noise about this land grabbing issue that the speaker on that very day promised to set up a committee to investigate the OL of Okoromi. And then we submitted petitions that concerns the OL of Okoromi to him. And then the committee was being set up, and we told them that we are interested and we need to be part of it, which they told us that at every sitting they will notify us. But unfortunately, the first sitting, I don't know what happened, we were not told on time. We got there and they actually rounded up, although we met them outside and we were able to get information from the media houses that were there, who told us what actually transpired. And then the second one, which was last week, we were there, to observe the process, and all of a sudden they said that they've cancelled the section for that day to an indefinite date. So we were waiting for the new date. And yesterday I was so surprised that I received a call actually from them like 2 hours to the time, and I'm like, who does that? You didn't just fix the date yesterday. How come you're just notifying us same yesterday? But we were able to attend the section. We were there, and there was no single media in that place. Do you know why I'm saying this? If anybody can cut this particular thing I'm saying and send it to the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, we are watching you guys with our 5D camera. We are watching. I know that the House of Assembly is not to prosecute. The House is to investigate, which can also be added to maybe their witnesses, or what do they call them in the court of law, evidences that can be taken to the courts. Suppose we are watching, because this is a public issue. It is in the public domain already. I see no reason why each session's media houses will not be invited. Please, that should not repeat itself again, I'm sorry to say. Everybody should know what's going on. Although, from our observations yesterday, the house have been fair. They've been fair. In fact, they really frowned at what the OL of Okoromi did. So we are still looking forward to the next session to see what their judgment is going to be like.
Okay, they've been fair. Let me come in here.
As of yesterday.
They've been fair. But fair in the point that the people are not aware. So any decision that is being taken in secrecy can be changed in secrecy.
True.
Because the end result of every sitting is the white paper that's going to be submitted by the panel set up.
Yes.
That's the end result. So what is in the white paper is the resolution of the committee, not what you heard on or in the meeting. That is why when a media house is present in such a situation, it can be altered, because there is already evidences gathered, around the media houses to put together and say, no, this was what was discussed and this was what you are doing. Yes. You can remember in the PIB, this petroleum bill that was just passed into law, they agreed on 5% in their meeting.
Yes.
There was a media house there.
Yes.
But when they came out, it became 3%. So they were able to cry out. That's why the president did not listen to them, but there was an outcry. Why was there an outcry? The people did not actually blame the people that were in the committee, because the people did what they were asked to do. But some selected individuals decided to alter the decision or the agreement of the committee. So this is what I meant when he said they were fair. They were fair just to blast him for his, inactions and atrocities, but those lambasting, those fairness is documented on the white paper to say this guy committed this very particular crime. Because the moment you decided to shade, a very turbulent situation like this in secrecy, you are indirectly telling us there is something you guys are hiding.
Yes.
And that is where those of us in diasporas are coming in. We are tired of this slave master treatment. I live in another man's land. Everything they do is done in the open. There is no nightlife as far as issues of governance is concerned. We cannot be copying the bad part of these people, but we refuse to copy the good side that makes them what they call the developed world. A house that is constituted, or a committee that is constituted to look into a case that is already in the public domain must understand that the public want to see every details, every second, every minute, every hour of that event. If you can't pay for a media house, you tell us. We have people from the diasporas who have become a guru when the media issue is concerned. The truth of the matter is this, guys. We don't even watch ITV. We don't watch AIT. Okay? We watch more of YouTubes than these traditional medias. We are the ones that are building a bond. 95% of estate developers in Edo are actually from abroad.
Yes.
They don't live in Nigeria yet. So, if you are dealing with us and we are not getting what you are doing, I think it's worrisome for us. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So, please, Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Marcus, I want you've done good on the 9th of September. You did marvelously well to come and facilitate with us, to come and join your voice with our voice. But with what I am seeing, like I said yesterday, I have lost confidence, total confidence in them. I've had a lot of news. I'm just waiting for them to prove me wrong. I don't want to blow, I don't want to jump, I don't want to, yes, I'm just trying to wait. The moment I see any funny actions from these guys, I am going to descend on them so badly that their political career will go into flame. I am not joking. You guys don't know me. But we in the diaspora have decided no election will happen in Edo anymore without our decision. Listen, look at me very clearly, guys. It doesn't matter how many billions you have. Go ask Oshomole and ask others. We, the diaspora, have said, until you guys do what we want, we will begin to take decisions for you, and the time had come. The Edo had grown beyond that very level where some selfish, greedy, nonsensical people decide to take the 4.5 million people for a ride. The end has come. So I will advise you guys, if you love your political career, to go further. Do the right thing. Let justice prevail. And the truth of the matter is, it is not only the psychiatric case that the OHL of Koromi has. If you need more petitions, please contact the CCE, and there are hundreds of petitions against one man over forceful acquisition of people's property, illegal encroachment, and demolition of already built houses. This is sacrilege. It is against the norms of the Benin Kingdom. I remember our great father of blessed memory, Oba Erediawa, once said, it is a taboo for a house built on a land to be destroyed. That is why when people buy land in those days, they'll go and lay a foundation inside it, even if it's just even a room and a parlor, and that land can never be sold, neither can that building ever be destroyed. But that norm that very particular, heritage is being destroyed as a result of this crime. We know that some of you uses these people for your elections. And that's the reason why you guys have refused to speak out against them. We know. But remember something. The time of cutlasses, the time of battle houses, the time of snatching of ballot paper is over in Edo State. We buried it in September 19, 2020, and it can never be resurrected again.
Yeah.
So every one of you who is in the corridor part today must know something. You guys should begin to do the right thing. You guys should begin to do the right thing. You were elected to represent us, not to oppress us. So the level of oppression that we have endured in the last 30 years of the existence of Edo State has gotten to some of us, and we are saying enough is enough. The diasporas are saying we are tired. We are moving on in a exotic way to destroy every political families that is working against the Benin people. So if the committee wants their name to trend for the negative side, change the truth and call it a lie, and change the lie and call it the truth. I, as one person, have no job anyways. I'm jobless right now. I will help you. At least I can sit in front of my computer for the whole day and help you trend, but in the negative way. And if you think I am joking, you can ask Pastor Sergei Zeyamo.
In the last election.
Okay? I can make you trend. I can get the information that I need. I will make you trend for negative. You just know the election is behind the corner. You might not come back again to the house if you fail us. I'm telling you, if you like come from Esan, if you like come from Esan, as far as you are in Edo State, I will fish you out. And I will dig your secrets and I will put it in the public domain. Do the right thing. Make Edo better for us. So we that in that can come home. You can't lock us in another man's land all our life. We are tired. Enough is enough, guys. Please. Because one of the things that's actually making us all to come is this land issue. You buy a land, somebody take it from you. You go and say, if you come again, I will kill you. Till nothing will happen. And you guys will just sit there and be holding, calling pan up. What kind of evil? In the first place, what kind of adjournment are you evil? Adjournment for what? Somebody sign land, he sign paper, he name dead there. Do you know where name dead there? Say na he seller. They go resell. Which agreement are they adjoin? By now, the panel is supposed to have called the security agency to put all these land grabbers behind the bar while investigation is ongoing.
Yeah.
This is what will happen in a state society. Not the one they are doing now. The guy will come and dress like the Oba. We are tired, and I want to call on the traditional council. Frankie Rabot, the secretary to the palace, said in one of the interviews he had with, was he ITV or ITV, one of the two?
ITV.
That Okayele and Ohen, they do what the Ojonwere or the Nogi has them to do. He said they do not have right over land sales. He said in that video that the Ohen is the custodian of the deity of the community. Ohen in English means chief priest. You are a pastor, a traditional pastor of the shrine. Okaigele, Oka means the head of the Egeles. Egele means the youth. You be youth leader. Your job is to go and clear pathways. Your job is to clear the road to the stream. Your job is to defend your community against invaders, not becoming the one that is invading your own people. The Traditional Council should please, we are begging. We are begging to come in and tell these people their rights. So listen, the problem we are having today is these members of these people are appointed without not telling them their functions.
Their do's and don'ts.
And the worst part of it is this: most of these guys that are being appointed, they are cultists. Sorry to say.
Yeah, most of them. In fact, I think if you are not even a cultist, they will not even be working. All of them, almost all.
This is worrisome to me.
In a community where you have professors, you have lecturers, you have medical doctors, you have lawyers, a cultist and a backman will be okay. That's an insult.
The palace must begin to do the traditional way. I'm a pastor, but if you believe in tradition, you must follow the traditional way to the fullest. Don't call it one halfway. Again, there, adinya niohe adinya yulame. I don't think they do that anymore. Adohe yulame. Adohe, because you are the custodian of the gods. Adinya yulame. To make sure you don't use that position given to it. Has been there from time immemorial. You don't use that position given to you to oppress the people because you are the mouthpiece of the gods. You don't come to lie to the Ojoboro Nogi that Erie Avenika Ohaye. This one has been there. That's how they were able to checkmate their excesses, because our forefathers who came up with all these positions, traditional, ideas or institutions, also knew a time like this would come. So they put up a mechanism on how they were able to checkmate their excesses. But this checkmating today have been dropped down. Nobody said about it, because there are some few chiefs in the palace that are also very greedy and corrupt. Listen, one person we respect in Benin is the position of the Oba.
Yes.
Upon the Oba of Benin, I have no regard for anybody again. I will respect my elders, but I will say what I need to say. The only man that I will never ever speak ill of is my Reverend Monarch, the Oba of Benin. It's the only man. Apart from that, any of you, because we are just marking time, if this trend refuse to end, names will start being called.
That's it.
Like she said, I'm going to be 50 very soon. So I don't think
you're afraid to die.
I don't think
you don't look it anyway.
If with all this that I've done and I decide to go in this time, my name will be written down. Yes, it is. So when I was doing interview yesterday, somebody said, "Oh, when I hear humanity's voice, I feel happy." I think that one alone make sure that young people know that at least I have impacted in people's life. Because I stand for the side of truth. So I'm not afraid. Somebody told me yesterday, say, "Please take it easy, you're in Benin." I said, "Who cares? I was born here, I was bred here. They don't know I'm from Ogbe. So I'm an Ogbe boy. So if you talk of Jaguda, it's in my blood. Now pastor and make me call him your suit. That's the truth of matter there. So I'm an Ogbe boy, I'm from Ogbe. So I also have this character that some people think they have. But we decide to follow the path in order to have a better society. So if you're a chief, you've been bribed with lands.
Money, scars.
To atone the truth. Papa, I want you to go beg una. Return the land. If they give you motto, return the motto. Otherwise, that's your karele, that's your hair that you are backing. It go jail. And if they drag your hair, they drag you. They are better way. Or when they are Garcia down, other Garcia who, or no Garcia down, or other Garcia who. That is going to be the nemesis. So nobody will not say, these children have become something else. We cannot keep on running away from home. Somebody yesterday went to UK. He put his passport up. I don't want to make sure his name. He was happy. And I sat down in my sitting room. I said, Jesus, what the heck is this? Nobody that will leave UK and come to Nigeria and be happy. No! But if you read UK today, the museum where the ancient artifacts of the Benin Kingdom is kept, people go there to worship. I'm telling you guys, people go there to worship. So how can you be going away from where people want to come and see? When I was returning back in May, the flight I took had 10 Americans and 20 Chinese coming to Nigeria. And I was talking to the American guy because we sat together. I said I heard Nigeria has great opportunities. I said I was here before. I just started the company now. I'm coming back again to finish up. And I said, for Nigeria, I said yes. I said, but my people are running away. I said, that's what they don't understand. So when they come, they always ask them, why running away? Because of some of this oppressive attitude of some people that have power. Today, the most oppressive people in Edo State are the traditional institutions.
Yes.
Very oppressive. Yes. Very, very oppressive. If you not like Mukuna verse, they are very, very oppressive today.
Right.
And we have to stop it. We must tell our Reverend Father. We came, they locked us out. But when Yokarele came to protest against the decision of the governor, they opened the gate for them. Because Baba then inside, so you don't know what they have for outside. Because from the gate to the palace, it's like from here to Ring Road. He will not hear what is happening at the gate. But they purposely asked them not to allow us in, so that Baba will not hear their dubious and devilish acts that they have been doing. Do you know how many houses some of these chiefs have? Make una not make me talk. And they beg una. Because if I enter, I'll just come from up. I don't have to Papa will just remove. Because now I'm Papa. Every other one from now, I will. If I want to do this, I'll just go back to where I'm from. I will stay there. I will stay for my parlor for there. I will watch una for 2 years.
Surely that one that feels is untouchable.
So please, guys, let us join this fight. Because this fight is not going to end in a jiffy. If you think we are going to talk and get tired, you guys are just joking. The diasporans are already behind it, and they are ready to fight this fight to the last, because they are the ones that they are actually the losers in this whole thing. They are the victims.
The most affected.
Yes, they are the victims. Nobody the balance. Who get Nigeria will get money to go balance for economy? So the people will balance for 2010. That's what I can give 5 million, 10 million to go balance now. Anybody working in Nigeria, I say you're a politician, that can buy land for 10 million.
Oh, internet fraud.
Yes, that's what I'm saying now. Those are our politicians. You understand? No normal person that will just come and put a land for 10 million, whereas 10 million can build a house. So then we are actually the victim. That's why we are also crying louder than the people at home. If you hear of this land grabbing, it is more vocal in diaspora than it is in Nigeria. That's the truth about it. We talk more of it there than if you pass it, nobody will not say anything there. So please, guys, let's do the right thing. Yeah, back to you, Lady Blessing. I want to say a very big thank you for your time. And I got a little bit carried away because of the trend of change.
No, you did well.
I love my state. I love my state. I want to say something. I have no house outside Benin. All my properties, all my sweat
So you are in Sweden.
is in Benin, except in Sweden, because I live in Sweden. It's my second home. Not my first home. My second home. But as far as Nigeria is concerned, I have no home apart outside Benin. And I said I will never build a house outside the state. I can go to Central, North, but not outside Edo State. Because I'm a pan-Edo. And I've also been speaking to a lot of my Edo brothers in diaspora to copy the same leaf.
Thank you.
I told them, people have told me, if I come to Lagos. I said, no, Lagos is not my
Look
land.
at the magnificent structure you are putting on ground.
I said, Lagos is another abroad. You cannot live
All
abroad
those monies now.
and come to abroad. My eldest brother told me a few days ago, he said, Steve, where do you go? I will go with the Buyade. He said, how? I said, if you go to Lagos, what do you speak? Is it Benin? He said, no, it's English. So that makes it a foreign land.
Yeah.
If peradventure anything happen tomorrow, will break away. You will need visa
To enter.
to enter Lagos.
That's it.
And then say your house now, your property don't lost. Or you need visa to enter Abuja, or you need visa to enter Port Harcourt, wherever. So let's be pan-Edo. Don't say do I do you man there, Edo Alama. We are actually the most civilized people in the entire Africa before the invasion of these bastards called the British people. We are the most civilized in everything. And I think if we unite together again, we can pick up that Asian civilization into play. I don't know if you have your last remark before we call it a day.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk more about the Concerned Citizens of Edo and what we're doing as a body. So all I have to say is if you are a victim of land grabbing, or you have a family member, a friend, you know someone that knows someone whose land has been grabbed from, please kindly reach out to us. We'll display our email address later, and our contact. You can contact the bar, Stephen Eramat, or send in your petitions, and we'll look into it. We might not have enough workforce for the now, but definitely we're going to look into all the petitions sent to us. We will even visit the communities. We will see the people, those who are involved, and all we want to do is to ensure that we're able to retrieve properties that have been stolen away from people back to the original owners. Because by the time we're able to do this, and we're doing this successfully, you will see that they become so scared to start selling one property for 5 persons. Just imagine, just one property, you have about 3, 4, 5 persons fighting over the same property. So we want to end that. We need your support. We need your families and friends back home. You see the way you guys did during the election. Hey God, I cannot forget 2020 in a hurry. When you most of you called your parents in Benin, you called your siblings back home that I'm not going to send you money if you don't vote for Obaseki. Do it again this time. Do it again this time, because it's for the betterment of our people. Oh wow, according to Benin language. Ask your siblings, your friends, your family members to be part of this organization. It's not restricted to a selected few. Everyone can be involved. Tell them to join us in our meetings. Follow us on our social media platforms. If they want to be part of the WhatsApp group, they can also contact a past Minerama to get updates on our activities. Let them be part of it. Let us fight together, because together we shall win this fight against land grabbing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, my esteemed viewers, and I want to say a very big thank you to Madam Blessing for your time. And I believe together we can make it great. Again, I want to say a big thank you to Naija Watch, who have always been there anytime we call. And this is one channel that has stood behind the Edo people since the election time.
Yes.
Okay, it was at the middle. It was at the middle. It was not political. Because I was a supporter of Obaseki all through. We also have other people who were supporter of Izeyamu.
Yes.
Live streaming on the same YouTube channel. Yes. So it gave everybody, the platform, the opportunity to come there and sell their candidates. Okay, and when it also comes to anything that is injustice, it's always the first to raise an alarm. People might not like him for that, but I want to say that he has been a very good guy. Yeah. I've worked with him now for a year, and and I will say categorically clear that Elvis Edeke Oni has been a very good guy. He's a good guy. He's a Pan-Edo. He's a Pan-Edo. People say he built houses in Lagos. No, Elvis have more houses in Benin than in Lagos. Okay, don't mind him when he tell you he's living in Lagos. Not living in Lagos. He just expressed stress. When you have this kind of attitude, some people who do not really want stress, you just want to stay away. They have more houses in Benin than in Lagos. You watched the interview yesterday. You saw his houses here in Benin that he showed. Some that he has sold, some that he is still developing. So that's true. Not one, not two, not three houses right in Benin.
Wow.
He's also Pan Benin like me. So he decided to live in Lagos due to issues and all that and that. So I want to say a very big thank you to the CEO of Naija Watch, and also to my brother who is behind the camera, Leftist and Mwamosa. I want to say a very big thank you to you, sir, for your time. Every time we call on him, he's right there to do the job, because he lost Edo. It's Edo first for him. It's Edo second for him. It's Edo third for him. You know, we spoke a few days ago and said everything about me just Edo. I want a better Edo. That's all. And I want to say a very big thank you, sir. And everyone that is also that make this very particular interview to be a success, I want to say big thank you. I want to say a very big thank you to ETA.
Yes.
And I want to say a very big thank you to ETA Styles and for their kind reception. That's why I say they're not giving more to. So I want to say a very big thank you to them. And they did well. We came in, they were running around to make sure that the studio is set for us. Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. Until I come your way again, my name is Yumani Steven, all the way from Sweden, here in Nigeria. Bye. See you next time.
Thank you for watching with us, and please do not forget to subscribe.